Without a shadow of a doubt, light tanks are hard to play. I've always found them hard to play. I've never really mastered it. Yet recently I have set my mind to purpose. I want to be less bad at it. Here's my plan. I'm in the Spy Panzer, one of the better light tanks, I suppose. Some people, like Circumflexes, play them very well. I don't. My plan here is, I can see there are not very many heavies on the enemy team. They're probably not going to arrive here in force, in what used to be Redshire or Shireville or whatever, Hobbit Town. So I found this nice spot behind Fur. I think it's Fur zipline. And sitting here will identify them if they come across. However, I do get some free spots, so let's start doing damage. And before the comments roll in, yes, I'm using gold because low standard pen on the gun is, forces you to either fire HE or ding a lot, and I can't be bothered. Oh well, let's hit the tracks and not do anything. But anyway, I'm a little bit nervous that I might get spotted. If they've put someone up on the low ridge in front of me, I'll get spotted as a fire, but they haven't. So I'm just going to sit here for a while, and while my team comes up behind me, you can see they are forming an attack. So generally the way this map plays, my central force should be somewhat safe. Going through the castle side over there is not done very often. I'm not sure how effective it is. Oh, he stopped. How dare you stop and not be shot by me. Anyway, there's another one. So as you can see, I'm in a great position to take some pot shots with these guys. I don't do a lot of damage per shot, but it does. This gun is, I like it. It fires really quickly, 6 seconds per reload. So the DPS is pretty good, 2,400 and some damage per minute. Okay, so we're now 2 minutes 30 into the battle. The guys behind me have come up on my right. That's good. They are being held by a single tortoise. They're going to be held there for a while. At the moment, you might say, well, okay, how's this teaching us to play a light tank? Well, it's teaching you one thing. Don't be the first stupid motherfucker to die, okay? A dead scout cannot spot, cannot do damage, cannot do anything useful. Rule number 1, never be the first stupid motherfucker to die. Rule number 2, once you've served your purpose in a certain location, which I will have in a little bit, move. Okay. So you don't have to be in the very front line. You don't have to be up in people's faces. You simply don't have the armor to do that. However, make sure you are continuously useful. That means either you are spotting stuff or you are shooting at stuff. Or you're capping or decapping or whatever. But you get what I'm saying here, right? Just kind of be useful. Okay, so this isn't going to help us. There's a small bush there. And look at the spot. And oh. So this is free damage, right? Because they're not looking at me. I can withdraw. There's no artillery. I just duck down behind the ridge every time I've shot, and they will tire off shooting at me pretty quickly because I'm not there. And notice also how I go up in one spot, I roll back after the shot, and then I go up in a different spot. Yeah? Ever heard of pre-aiming? Yeah. Okay. This avoids pre-aiming. Now I'm going to break my own rule and go up in exactly the same spot, am I not? Just having yeah, probably am. No, I'm being clever. I'm being sort of clever. Not just rushing up into the same spot. So, from being slightly behind, we are now ahead. I've done I suppose, decent amount of damage. What is that T10 doing there? That's an odd place to put a heavy tank. Anyway, I've got too much speed coming into that, so it's not good. He should not... I shouldn't be here right now. I'm in front of the entire enemy team. He gets his gun to bear. There are people behind me. Bad move. But still, notice how I shoot in between his tracks and his rollers. I don't want to track him. I want to damage him. And also the upper side skirts can be troll, and they... Wow, that's a good shot, that. But yeah, shooting at Russian side skirts is typically a way of hurting yourself. So now I just sit here and unspot because I don't want to get shot from up there. I think it's the pattern. I see if he comes up. I'll get a shot. You can see the aiming time is not great on the gun. It's all right. The accuracy is 0.34, so you know that's good enough. I'd say anything 0.35 and below is typically good enough. Beyond that, you start struggling with the gun. Aiming time, I prefer not having more than 2.5 second aiming time, but you know, it depends on how much damage you do per shot. This one, quite low damage per shot, so you need to be pretty snappish with getting your gun on target and firing. Also because you have no armor, so whatever hits you will go through you and do damage, and if people are shooting HE, you're gonna have a bad day. Okay, T54 on the left, grill on the right. I cannot resist the grill. This is not great, but I force him to clutch a shot. Someone dings me from behind. Did I just say everything that hits you will pen? Oh, never mind. Okay, so he's not going to be quick enough to get his gun to bear, but just to be safe, I'm shooting for the tracks. I didn't hit the tracks, but I killed him instead, courtesy of that IS-7 hitting him for 500 or something. But it's all good. It's all good. T54 has chosen to advance. Interesting choice. I should not get that much damage on this guy, but one shot, and okay, he chooses to shoot at 7. Boom, we're done. There we are. So let's have a look at the stats. Mastery class ace tanker thing, that's good. A Confederate. 6,300 XP with triple and premium. That's pretty good. North of 2,000 XP for the battle. We like that. But here's the kicker though. We've done close to 4,000 damage and north of 2,500 spotting damage. That is enough to change the tide of the battle. And here we go in terms of the team. I mean, it's pretty good having a tier 8 light tank doing second most damage on in a tier 10 battle, right? Just flicking back to this one, bottom right corner, you can see the WN8 rating of this particular battle, north of 10,500 with, I don't know if you know the WN8 scale, but I think 2,500 is Unicum and 2,700 is Super Unicum, so this is an extremely good battle. It means I can screw up royally in the next 5 battles and still have a reasonable rating. So with that, I bid you all a good day and stay frosty.